now I understand my associate. I have a better relationship with my associate, which, by the way, if you're a manager, that's what you should be striving to do. These managers who think they over you, they have more power than you, they can walk all over you because they have that title of managers, those be the trash ass managers that nobody want to work with. And that's on period. I said what I said because I've worked with managers like that, and it's not cool. It's not fun. Just because you have the title, don't abuse the title. Okay, I'm tired of these managers abusing the title. I don't care what your title is, but I've seen people who not managers and do more than some of these managers do. That's it. So you really want to get a feel for your associates and stuff like that. Hey guys, welcome back to another video. So in today's video, I'm going to be talking to you guys about what managers, so if you're a manager, listen up, what y'all should be asking during the interview process, as well as if you're trying to apply at Publix or any company, because all my videos are very versatile and they work for multiple companies, what you should be expecting from a manager when it's time to ace the interview, when it's time to sit there face to face with them and really, pursue getting this job. These are the kind of questions that you're going to be, or that you need to be expecting, okay? So you can prepare yourself and everything. If you're new here, welcome to my channel. I am so happy you decided to click on today's video, and if you would please subscribe to my channel so you can join the family. We're on a road to 5K. Now let's go ahead and I'm gonna just jump right into it. So little background knowledge, 10 seconds. I'm currently a Publix employee. I'm a pharmacy tech. Certification came in a few weeks ago, so I'm dropping a whole playlist on that, so make sure you check that out. Prior to that, I was a customer service associate. I've been in the company for 3 years. I have lots of retail experience, and on my channel I basically try to help you guys with any type of job, retail experience, if you want to start your own business, how to secure the bag, just like helpful tips to make it in life, because I understand the struggle. So like I said, if you're new here, I would love if you continue with me on my journey, and hopefully get really good advice out of it. I've always had like really good feedback, not to float my boat, but that's what it is. So anyways, let's just go ahead and jump into it. This video originated because recently in my store, in the deli department, the deli managers hired 4 new employees, okay? Which, by the way, if you haven't gotten the memo, okay, if you haven't heard from anyone else, let me be the first one to tell you that Publix is hiring right now. A lot of places in general are hiring, especially now since like a lot of people are vaccinated and stuff like that, and people are going back to work in person. A lot of places are hiring, so there's no reason why anybody should be telling me that they can't secure the bag, that they don't have the opportunity to work. Like, I've seen so many places hiring, it's no joke. Not to mention a lot of retail companies, because especially with the holidays around the corner, they need employees, even if it's not going to be a full-time employee, even if it's not going to be permanent, at least some type of seasonal position they are offering. So if you want one, you can get one, but if you don't want one, don't sit here and complain either, because it's available. So anyways, Publix Daily hired 4 new employees at my store in the deli department, and basically they started training on whatever. 2 of the 4 new employees, right, they kind of worked the same shift. I'm assuming they did this so that they wouldn't have to be training like 4 different employees at 4 different times. So the way that their logic behind it was, well, two and two, because obviously like training someone, you do need like individual time with them, but 2 and 2 is about right, because one person can train each one, and that way you kill 2 birds with 1 stone. All right, so it was just like a kill 2 birds in 1 stone type of process, which I understand, because obviously like the managers and stuff, they have to keep track of their hours, and they want you to learn as quick as possible. And when 2 people learn faster, quicker, or better than just 1. So anyways, these 2 boys, or a boy and a girl, whoever, they started working in the deli department, and then it was time for their break. Obviously they have the same break, okay? They have like the same exact schedule. They're being trained at the same time, and this is just to make it more time efficient. They went on their break after having worked the first half of their shift. Tell me how they never came back from their break. So they really worked the first half, went to their break, and never came back. Not to mention the other 2 pulled something similar to like this. So in total, we lost the 4 employees that we hired. I mean, I don't work in that department, but I work at Publix, so I'm gonna just say we lost these 4 employees. Now, a lot of the other department managers, and keep in mind, I'm only 20 years old, but I like to have mature conversations with anyone. And I'm always around these managers and stuff, so I see their thought process, I see how they think, and then it better prepares me in order to better prepare you guys. So I feel like that's how I've gained a lot of my experience and knowledge, is by surrounding myself with people who are at higher positions than myself. So a lot of the department managers, they was confused, because I understand if, that happened to you once, okay, you can't control the way some of these people are gonna act. But if it happened to you 4 times, first of all, y'all are probably like, oh, well, maybe it was too hard, maybe it was this and that. A job is a job. Like, y'all can't be applying to these jobs thinking that you're just gonna sit there and be, receiving air type thing. Like, you gotta understand that you're gonna have to do some type of work, number one. Number two, it's pretty self-explanatory. There's lots of people who are applying for the deli department, so it made everyone question, like, what kinds of questions did these managers ask the employees where they couldn't, like, depict the fact that these kids would pull something like that. Because the other manager's thought process is, if you're hiring someone who's like, man, I've really tried to work in this company for years, I'm so excited that you're giving me the opportunity, I have an open availability, I can be here whenever, like, you really see this motivation in a kid, you wouldn't think that they're gonna pull something like those other kids did. Now, if you see somebody come into the office and they're like, yo, it's good, like, yeah, I guess I could use the extra money, like, someone who seems just uninterested, that's the type of person who gonna pull something like that. So it made everybody question the person who hired these kids, okay? Because I know it was wrong for the kids to do what they did, but those are kids, and especially if someone's not interested in working somewhere, you can't blame them when they do stuff like that, because they're not interested in working in there. You know what I'm saying? But, like, out of all the people that apply to this company, out of all the people that apply in the deli department, because even though the deli department is a lot of work and it's not for everybody, it is one of the departments that pays a little higher because it's very, very hectic. So they do get a good amount of employees applying there, because people are like, oh, if I gotta work, I might as well go and work wherever it pays me more, because regardless, I gotta do work in whatever department. Like, if I'm gonna do work, I might as well get good compensation, right? So it was really weird, and I agreed with the other managers who was talking. I was like, absolutely, you can tell everything by, a conversation or a few conversations with a person, how they dress. You can tell their interests and stuff like that. And for this to be a repetitive behavior, it's like you're not asking them the right questions. You're just not doing it. And it's not to shit on anybody, you know what I'm saying? Because some people just, I don't know, but let me tell y'all some of the questions y'all should be asking, number one. And number two, this is what you should be expecting that managers are going to ask you if you're thinking of applying. And even if they don't ask you, go ahead and bring it up, because it'll make you a better candidate. But that's kind of like weird if they don't ask you stuff like that. So I'm just going to go ahead and talk. This is also from prior experience. These are the type of questions that they asked me. And me and the other managers said that these are the type of questions that need to be asked. Not to mention, these managers were like, oh, you can tell by how they dress, how they this and that. So I said this in other videos too, like on how to get hired at Publix and stuff like that, or just in a company in general. In front of a TV or by the handbook or by law, or I don't know what it is, these managers technically can't be judging you, but they do. That's bottom line. They judge you. For example, like, I'm not trying to snitch, but technically you can't, like, judge somebody by their age, right? Like, at Publix, you can't judge somebody by their age. Like, everybody has the same opportunity no matter how old you are. I've talked to some of these managers, and I've heard them say, like, if I hire so-and-so, they're going to be too slow because, they're older and stuff like that. So these managers don't always give the same opportunity to everybody. And that's just my personal thoughts and opinion. So I'm not trying to get nobody in trouble. This is completely me. I'm just talking based off of what I've seen. That's it. But that's truthfully the truth. And I take a lot of pride in, like, coming to you guys with real and raw content. There's no reason why I would sugarcoat anything. And I think these other people who, are older or whatever, like, they realize that kind of stuff. But if you're good, you will get an opportunity, because if you bring it up to a manager, technically, like, what are they going to tell you? No? You gotta, they gotta let you. But you definitely want to understands and know that first impressions do matter, and what you wear does matter, and everything that people told you that doesn't matter because modern day society and whatever BS is not true, bro. Okay? A lot of these managers are old school because managers are usually older too, because, you know, it took them a while to move up in the company or whatever. So managers, I'm not going to tell you to straight up look at what people, how they're dressed and stuff, because personally, me, I like to be a person who doesn't judge. I don't think what you wearing makes you, because even if you came in with like holes in your t-shirt, I don't think that makes you. I don't think your outfit makes you. I think if you purposely trying to like sag your pants and stuff, I personally don't really like that. But if your clothes is like broken or something like that, that doesn't mean you're not interested in the job. Maybe you just can't afford it. So I'm definitely very, very neutral when it comes to that. Like, that's one thing I pride myself in. I don't judge people. Like, how you look is just how you look. But if they, you know, act in a certain way and then, you know, to try to, I don't know, fit someone who they're not, and then that's something else. To me, everything is just your personality. Like, how bad do you want it? Like, you might be dressed like with, you know, maybe old clothing or dirty clothing, but is your personality like, I really want and need this job and I'm gonna get this job, and then, you know, obviously they'll probably end up buying themselves better clothing. That's what it is. So one of the biggest things would be open-ended questions. You definitely want to ask open-ended questions, not leave it at a yes or a no. So I think I did a few tips on what to say in an interview, but managers, ask open-ended questions. Not, so you're in school? Yes. Oh, you're not in school? No. Oh, so you in 10th grade? No. Ask, what grade are you in? How do you like your school? Tell me about your school. Let the associates speak so you can get a sense of how it is that they interact with others, how it is that they speak, and with what level of respect, and how do they express themselves, and what it genuinely is that they're doing. You know what I'm saying? Because you can tell a lot by what someone is doing. I mean, I met a boy the other day who was like, yeah, you know, I'm working all these jobs and da 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 da. And I was like, why? You know, you want to get to know these people. Oh, because I just got out of jail. I'm on house arrest. Da da da. Okay, I respect it. You don't really have a choice but to really give it your all because you don't want to go back. And now I understand my associate. I have a better relationship with my associate. Which, by the way, if you're a manager, that's what you should be striving to do. These managers who think they over you, they have more power than you, they can walk all over you because they have that title of managers, those be the trash ass managers that nobody want to work with. And that's on period. I said what I said because I've worked with managers like that, and it's not cool. It's not fun. Just because you have the title, don't abuse the title. Okay, I'm tired of these managers abusing the title. I don't care what your title is, but I've seen people who not managers and do more than some of these managers do. That's it. So, you know, you really want to get a feel for your associates and stuff like that. For my people who are applying at Publix, if they do by any chance not ask you any open-ended questions, try to give open-ended responses. So if they're like, oh, so you're in 10th grade, instead of you just saying yes, okay, I know they shouldn't be asking you that. I know they should be asking you, what grade are you in? But say, yeah, I'm in 10th grade at whatever school, and try to elaborate so that they can see your social skills and stuff. Because even though a manager, it might not occur to that manager to ask open-ended questions, they're going to notice that you're giving open-ended responses. They're going to notice your communication skills and stuff like that. And especially if you're trying to get a job at Publix, Publix is so big on like how you treat people, how you treat others. So it's not about a degree. It's not about what, you know, places you've worked at prior to us. It's not about things like that. It's simply about how can you communicate and help the customers, and, you know, just be positive. That's really what they're looking for. I mean, Publix prides themselves in like the best customer service ever. So just do that. You're definitely going to be asked about what your intentions are at Publix. So if your intentions are genuinely to move up, say that. Obviously, those are like extra brownie points for you if your intentions are to move up, because then they're going to feel like they can invest their time into you because they know you're investing your time into the company. But if those are not your intentions, don't lie either. Just be like, look, truthfully, I'm trying to become a dentist, but I need a little bit of money. I hear this company is great, and yada, yada, yada. So many people have started like that, and they end up realizing they love the company, become manager of the company, and whatever dream it is that they first had, they, you know, changed it to becoming a manager or whatever. So make sure, you know, you guys keep it real with these managers, because these are the people who you're going to be working for. Okay, you don't want to have a bad relationship with them. I don't suggest that. And I mean, if you have to, you have to. I'm not telling you to like kiss their, you know, butt either. Like it's not like that. But just try to keep it positive. Let them know about yourself as much as, like, however comfortable it is that you feel like sharing. I know, you know, the first day you might not feel super comfortable giving your whole background story. So only go to as comfortable as you feel, and really just emphasize your work in the company. It's not so much about you. You can tell someone's character by what they say about their work life. You know, if, you know, you're telling them, look, I'll work whatever hours you need, and I'll be here on time, that shows that you're a hard worker. You don't have to say that, oh, my mom was a single mom of 6 and that's why I had to be a hard worker. You can just, you know, there's ways to say things without having to share your most personal information, because I know that's not easy for everyone to share. And, you know, these managers is probably the first time you're ever going to meet them. So make sure you are answering open-endedly and smiling, giving a good impression, dressing correctly, being on time. Guys, if you genuinely don't want to work here, or you get hired and worked one shift and just didn't like it, say something also. Don't leave the other people stranded, because think about it. I know you might get off on the wrong foot with maybe a manager, and that's what caused you to not come back or whatever it is. No one knows why they didn't come back, because the kids never answered the phone. But think about everyone else who's working in that department with you, who's on the same struggle as you. Now they have to work double to make up for the things you were supposed to be doing because you didn't decide to come back. Like, just think of others, you know, be kind. Don't even, like, I know some people are like, oh, screw this manager, screw this. But it's not always about the manager. Sometimes it's about the people who you work with, and the fact that you don't want to leave them, you know, struggling by themselves, because not all the time do these managers really come and help. So those are definitely things to look into. Minors, the stuff is a little different. The rule, oh my god, I was like, what the hell is behind me? Oh my god, it's my dog. Minors, the stuff is a little different. The kind of questions you might get might shift a little bit, rather than if you were like adult. One of the biggest things they ask you is about your transportation, so make sure you know what it is that you're going to say, whether it be that you have a car, whether it be that your mom has a car, whether it be that you're going to take a bus. But managers don't want to be stressing how it is that you're going to get to work. They don't care. They just want you at work. And as a minor, that's going to raise a red flag to them, like, can I rely on this person because he doesn't or she doesn't drive? So make sure transportation is something that you talk about. Another thing that you guys want to talk about is an open availability. So that's going to be a brownie point. Let them know if you're in school. Bro, if you're in school until 2, just say you're in school until 2 and that you can work after that. If you're in school till 2 and you say I can work at 6, it's going to be dead. It's going to be dead, especially if you're like a minor or something like that. You know, I always tell people, get in the company, and then whatever type of adjustment you need to make, then make it. Don't make it right away, because these managers are just going to pick someone else. They don't have time. They don't. There's so many people who apply, so it's very important that you know what it is that you're going to say, what you're going to do, you know, your next move, stuff like that. So with that being said, I'm just going to go ahead and conclude today's video. Thank you guys so much for watching. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Share with a friend. I feel like a lot of my videos are very, very helpful, especially this holiday season. Y'all go get a bag. Let me know if there's any questions or concerns y'all have that y'all want me to address. Okay, I got y'all. So well, with that being said, I'll just see y'all soon. Don't forget to check out the playlist, because I've answered almost all y'all's questions in those videos, because I know I'd be getting the same question. I got videos for them, so if you need a more in-depth answer, make sure to check that out, and I'll see y'all soon. Bye.